I love the movie theater scene in the first Twister.
Yes.
That was always in my mind. How do we top that? Because I felt like we need to pay homage to that, but we also have to justify why we're doing it.
Congratulations on Twisters. It is brilliant. I'm so happy to say that out loud to you. I'm such a huge fan of the 1996 classic, and I was nervous going into this one, but it absolutely lives up to the original.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the original as well, and we're just trying to honor it as well with what we're doing.
Well, you can tell that you're such a huge fan, and you've honored it beautifully. And I have to call out the set piece in the movie theater, which I won't say anything more about, is meta perfection on every level. And of course, I love that you shot your film on film. So yes, all the gloating accolades I can throw at you, I'll try.
I love the movie theater scene in the first Twister.
Yes.
That was always in my mind. How do we top that? Because I felt like we need to pay homage to that, but we also have to justify why we're doing it. So really glad that worked for you.
Now, a director's audition is his last project, right? From your Oscar nominations for Minari to helming an episode of The Mandalorian, they were your auditions. Now, you've run towards a studio summer tentpole film, a big scary monster in of itself, but you've always wanted to make films like this. But you were about to throw in the towel, is that right? Why was that so?
Yeah, I mean, I was doing a lot of independent art house, very low budget movies, and having a hard time with getting any traction with that. And I think at a certain point, once I became a dad, I started to maybe not take the work itself as seriously in terms of I need to make high cinema, high art. And Minari was just my way of trying to tell a very honest story about my life and things that I remember. And I just felt like this step was just me wanting to do what I want to do, to be honest. Like I've always dreamed of doing this. I feel like a little kid again, being able to do something like this. You know, I'm not trying to make career moves or anything like that. I'm just trying, life is short. I'm just trying to take the opportunities that I just find very enlivening. And this one, definitely, I just felt was a breath of fresh air for me to do something like this.
I love that. I love that so much. And like yourself, having made Twisters after your indie movie Minari, like you said, Chloe Zhao made Eternals after Nomadland. And recently, Michael Sinosky went on to make A Quiet Place Day One, which I only saw yesterday and absolutely loved after he made Pig. I want to see more blockbuster films made by filmmakers like yourselves, like the lot that I just called out. What do you think indie filmmakers bring to the blockbuster movie that sets you apart from the pack?
I really appreciate that. I mean, those directors are incredible. I don't know. I mean, I feel like when you're in the indie world, there's a way of working that informs a new approach to the process. I kind of feel like I try to cut out a lot of the things within the big Hollywood scale of production that maybe are not as necessary and try to get to the heart of the storytelling. I'm not saying big tentpole filmmakers don't do that, but I just felt like coming from the indie world, that was very helpful. And then I've just been used to telling stories about human beings. And at the end of the day, I do feel like a movie like this, it still needs to be about humanity, needs to be about characters changing and growing and learning lessons and things like that, that we all understand in the indie world. You have to tell that story. And with movies like this, there's a temptation to just rely on VFX and spectacle, but I think that human level story really needs to be told.
Yeah, you beautifully balance the tone of character and entertainment in your movie, and I think it's because you come from that world of indie filmmaking, but you have an incredible cast in Daisy Edgar-Jones and Glenn Powell as well to sort of elevate the incredible script. Now, you had your own team of meteorologists on the film, keeping the cast and crew safe, given you actually filmed during tornado season. Is there a behind the scenes documentary on the horizon?
There was a young gentleman who was making a documentary, and we'll see if that ever, I don't know. They've kind of, the documentarians left me alone because they felt like I need my space to direct and those things. But yeah, we had meteorologists who were simply keeping us safe. So they would track the weather and tell us what to do and when we need to shut down and all those things. And then we had meteorologists separately who were advising us on the science of what we're portraying on screen. So we were just surrounded by these incredible actual storm scientists who were really helping and guiding this production.
You know, I'm a sucker for behind the scenes anyway. I just love to know how things get made and sink my teeth into that. So hopefully we see some more of that juicy stuff. Isaac, I read that you drew inspiration from some of Spielberg's films, who's an executive producer on Twisters, and from the original, like Jaws and War of the Worlds. And the plane crash set piece in War of the Worlds is one of the best put on film. Was this one of the references for you to realize the sort of aesthetic to the destruction scenes in Twisters?
Yeah, absolutely. With that plane crash scene in War of the Worlds, the way that Spielberg reveals the disaster with the micro level to the macro level, all within, I think he does it in one single shot. And the way that he lights that scene with the smoke is backlit, and there's just so much going on in what he filmed. I revere what he does, and hopefully that affection comes out in this movie. But you know, I'm always feeling like he's up here, and I'm just trying to learn from him.
Look, you've made a banger. I can't wait for audience to see this. I'm seeing it again tomorrow, and I can't wait. Congratulations, mate. All the best for success.
Thanks so much.